Hello, this is Spartacus here, and welcome to another video. And today I'm actually going to be showing you guys some gameplay from The Giant, which is a remake of the Zombies map BO3, all the way back from Call of Duty World at War, and it got remade for Black Ops 3. So I'm showing you guys some gameplay of that. This is kind of like repeated gameplay, I guess you can say, but I've never actually shown the entire gameplay, I don't believe, for this, I guess, video file that I have on my computer. And so I don't know what part I'm going to be showing in this video, but I just thought I'd fit the topic because the topic I want to talk about is Treyarch Zombies and why I think Treyarch Zombies is amazing. And so they've been doing it ever since World at War, which is back in 2008, I do believe. And so it's just I just love Treyarch Zombies. I think we can all agree. Like, if you're going to compare Treyarch Zombies, like Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, World at War Zombies, compare all that to Call of Duty Advanced Warfare's Exo Zombies, which of course was Sledgehammer Games' first Call of Duty game, and they thought that zombies were kind of more popular than like aliens, because if you look at Call of Duty Ghosts, people didn't like Extinction as much as like Call of Duty Black Ops 2 zombies, so they thought they would do like their own form of zombies. And Exo Zombies was pretty good. It wasn't too bad, but Treyarch Zombies is what I think really is interesting. The thing I like about Treyarch Zombies is that they like the storyline behind the characters, behind what place you're at, behind everything that's going on. There's a story behind it, and to figure out the story is that you have to like do the main Easter eggs on there, find other little types of Easter eggs, and all this kind of stuff. Like, what Treyarch does is that they want the players to figure out what the story is. The Treyarch isn't gonna Treyarch of course will probably give you actual facts of information to give you like in the game wise. Like, it's so obvious that this is an obvious fact, right? But they want you to figure out, like, they want you to tie the story in together and make to see what you make of it. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but like, they want you to figure out the story. They want you to figure out what the story continues on, what actually happened in the past, and all that kind of stuff. They're not just gonna go out and just tell you all the things from start to finish. They're like, I don't know how to explain it. Like I said, they're just gonna like, they want the players to figure the story out themselves, basically. And that's what I really like about Treyarch Zombies. I think that's what makes them great. It's not just that too. I mean, another thing is that it's not like Extinction, where they're like missions you play, like there's an actual end and finish. Even though I do like Extinction, but a lot of people don't. But for Treyarch Zombies, it's basically you can go up to like unlimited rounds. Basically, I'm not even sure if there is a round limit, to be completely honest with you, when you play zombies. But basically, it's a survival, like, you're basically surviving in zombies, but it's not just surviving, it's also that story tying in that people like want to get more depth about, different aspects of the maps. Like, now they added kind of specialist abilities into Black Ops 3 because they all kind of introduced specialist abilities and weapons in multiplayer, and now they kind of introduced that in zombies as well, which is pretty cool in my opinion. The new DLC just came out, Der Eisendrache, or Der Eisendrache, or Drach, I don't know, Der Eisendrache. I don't know how you pronounce it, so don't take my word for it, but it's something like that. That map just came out on the PlayStation 4, and it will come out about a month later for PlayStation, I'm sorry, not PlayStation, but Xbox One and the PC. So PlayStation 4 has it early, and it's already been out for a couple days, and they already figured out the Easter egg. I'm not going to spoil the Easter egg ending for you guys because I've already seen gameplay and the ending cutscene for it, which I thought was kind of interesting. So I just think that, so I just really like that new map. It looks really cool. I can't wait to play it because I do play on Xbox. I don't play on PlayStation 4, sadly, so I can't get the DLC first. That's why. If I did have a PlayStation 4 and got the DLC first, you guys would be saying load the gameplay of that on my channel, but I don't. So you guys will have to wait. I'm probably not going to post very much gameplay of this new DLC because it's going to be a month old, and it's just not going to be really new to anyone. I'll probably post gameplay of me playing, like, Der Eisendrache or something like that, but, that map looks so cool is my point. And, like, Shadows of Evil, a lot of people were kind of okay on Shadows of Evil. Like, some people didn't like the map because there was, like, too much into the map. There's too much you need to know to actually play well in the map, like, the rituals, getting the swords and getting the buildables. Like, some people didn't like the map because there's just so much to, you need to know about the map to actually know everything. There's too much to know, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, heck, if you want to know all this stuff, just go on YouTube and look up tutorials. I mean, heck, that's what I did if I got stuck. I mean, I did figure out some things for myself, but like on YouTube is definitely helpful. I mean, people go on YouTube all the time just to go ahead and watch tutorials for videos. But I mean, Shadows of Evil, I didn't think was too bad. I think it's a great map for that's non-DLC that actually just comes straight on the printed on the disc for the game, and I think that's Shadows of Evil is a great map. And that gives me the question actually. So there's kind of like a trend that Treyarch does for there's DLC zombies maps. So going back to Black Ops, in Call of Duty Black Ops, their first DLC was the first Zombies DLC was Ascension, and it had the original characters, Nikolai, Tank, Dempsey, and all them characters. And then the second DLC, they came out with Call of the Dead, which were these totally different characters that they never even introduced back again. And then they went on to the original characters again. Now we go to Black Ops 2. They did the same thing. The first DLC, it was the transit characters, and the second DLC, it was like the same thing in Black Ops, where there were these totally different characters, and that was the Mob of the Dead map. And so, like, they would have that one DLC map that is kind of like different than the other DLCs because they don't have those same characters, you know. And now in Black Ops 3, I'm wondering if the second DLC map was going to be the same way, but I also wonder if it's not, because the original map, the standard map that came with Black Ops 3 was Shadows of Evil, which didn't have the original characters. If anything, it had these new characters that we've never seen before, and we'll most likely won't see these new characters in Shadows of Evil ever again, because if you know the ending cutscene to Shadows of Evil, and you know the ending cutscene, or at least you know this kind of the story that's going on with Black Ops 3 right now in Zombies, and you will know that what's going on. But I mean, I honestly don't think they'll like bring those characters back unless they do for some reason. I don't know. But I mean, like, it was kind of like Shadows of Evil was kind of like, and somehow I guess Shadows of Evil ties in with Mob of the Dead, but Shadows of Evil was kind of like the Mob of the Dead map, and it was kind of like the Call of the Dead map, but only they didn't make it DLC, it just came with the game. And I'm wondering when they continue the DLC for Black Ops 3 that they won't have that type of map where it's like out of the ordinary with like totally different characters in a setting that doesn't really make any sense, right? And so I think they're just going to continue the actual story for Black Ops 3 because I think they're getting a lot more people into it. I mean, you can think I don't know, but I was going to say something, but that totally doesn't really make any sense. I was going to say that YouTubers like Mr. Dog JD has kind of like got people more interested in it, which is kind of true. I mean, if you think about it, people kind of start getting into zombies more if they watch other YouTubers play and they explain the story and be like, hey, you know, this is pretty interesting. I'm going to start getting into this more, you know? But that's not the only reason. I think that they do have a little part in that to bring people into liking Treyarch Zombies more, but I think actually playing Treyarch Zombies for yourselves is actually what brings people into it. I mean, there's just so much into it, and now they introduce a new leveling, ranking up system, so people will like the Prestige in Zombies. I'm only Prestige 1 right now. I haven't uploaded. I actually did make a video of me reaching Prestige 1. I haven't uploaded it yet, but it will probably be out pretty soon. And so that's what's kind of going on right now. But yeah, I just want to make this kind of short little video here. It's only 8 minutes long, but whatever. I don't really care. I made my videos like 20 minutes long if I wanted to. But yeah, Treyarch Zombies, what makes it great? I mean, they just do everything. I mean, Treyarch Zombies. I mean, heck, Treyarch themselves are not afraid. Like they're not afraid to go outside the box and do whatever the heck they want. So I think they're doing a fantastic job right now, leveling up system, which I think was a great introduction, and Gobblegum, which is another cool thing they had in Black Ops 3, as well as specialist weapons, and the Easter eggs are interesting and to watch, and I don't know, it's just I just find and the maps too. I mean, the maps are very interesting. Like the new map, Der Eisendrache, was actually set in a castle, which is a real place that actually exists, which I think is pretty cool. So anyway, hopefully you guys all enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to leave a rating wherever you guys feel this video deserves, and I shall catch you guys next time.